Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the finals of Soren's non-meta tournament number 4. So this has been a pretty large tournament, in fact the biggest so far, 18 players, 5 rounds of Swiss, we cut to top 6. Ipone was in the bottom bracket of the top 6, so he had to play 2 matches to get to the finals, whereas Maticus only had to play 1. However, Maticus has been completely dominating in Swiss. I don't think he dropped a single game in Swiss. He might have, and it might have just been a disconnect. So this is going to be a very interesting match. We've seen these two players play against each other previously in the tournament. So up at the top we have Ipone on Traptrix, and down at the bottom we have Maticus on Thunder Dragon, or I guess like Combo Thunder is the best way for me to explain that. So it looks like Maticus is going to be winning the die roll, which is going to be really rough for Ipone. And yeah, let's get right into it. So he's going to go ahead and his hand's actually pretty broken. So Allure of Darkness is going to go ahead and start off, and he's going to banish Roar. Roar is going to get him a copy of Matrix from the deck, and then he's going to go ahead and use Chaos Space, discarding this Dark to search for White Dragon, and then he's going to banish the Dark to special the White Dragon, and then he's going to search for a copy of Thunder Dragon from his deck off of Dark, and then he can go ahead and link these off into a copy of IP Masquerena, use the White to search for Black, and use the Matrix to search for Matrix. So yeah, he's pretty stacked so far. His hand's pretty full. He's going to use the effect of Black to get rid of the White out of the grave and bring it to the field. And then he's going to use Chaos Space to return the White to the deck and draw a card. And then he's going to use Thunder Dragon's effect to go ahead and search for 2 more copies of Thunder Dragon out of his deck. And he's going to use, or it looks like he's actually just using it separately. So he's going to use Thunder Dragon to search for 1 and then use the other one to search for the 3rd. So he's actually not increasing his hand size at all. He's just cycling them out of his deck. So he's 2 in grave. Then he does have quite a few Thunder Dragons in the graveyard and everything. So I believe he's just going to use these. Oh, just 2 Thunder Dragons possibly? No, 2 Thunder Dragons and a Roar banished. And he's going to special summon a copy of Titan. So that's pretty good. He's going to use Thunder Dragon here to search for another copy of Thunder Dragon. In fact, 2 copies out of his deck. And then he is going to pass his turn. So it's a little interesting that he opted to search for the Thunder Dragons here. Just because on your turn, you could just save it to pop like the back row that Ipone would be setting. Because he knows he's on Traptrix because he's played against him before. So I think he should have like definitely saved these Thunder Dragons for the next turn. So he could discard Thunder Dragon, pop a back row, discard Thunder Dragon, pop a back row. And I don't know. That's just my thought process on that, but I could be wrong. Like, I mean, there could be something I'm missing. But yeah, so Matrix is going to be normal summoned, and that's going to get hit with a Ghost Ogre. So that's really rough as well. He's going to search for Dianea. He has no access into Sarah anymore. He just has to set these 3 back row and pass his turn. So in main phase 2, it looks like IP Masquerena is going to be using the effect and link off into a copy of Unicorn, and then he's going to discard this Thunder Dragon to go ahead and shuffle a back row back into the deck and search for the copy of White off of Black's effect as well. Then that is going to end his turn and Ipone's turn, so he's going to go ahead and pass. In the end phase, Matrix is going to be activated on Titan, and then Titan's going to be used on this Torrential Tribute. So he just has a Lost Wind left in his back row. That's pretty rough. So it looks like Thunder Dragon Fusion is going to be activated here to search for a copy of Roar. And then he can go ahead and discard Roar, and then I believe he's just immediately chaining this Lost Wind. I'm not sure if this Titan's being chained. I'm not sure exactly how this chain link's working, but in either case, I believe Titan's just going to be negated. Then Roar's going to add back this Thunder Dragon Fusion. He's going to switch everything to attack mode. Thunder Dragon Fusion is going to be activated to fuse for another Titan, it looks like. And then he is going to go ahead and banish the, looks like 3... was that 3 darks or a light? No, all 3 darks in the out of the graveyard. And then he's going to summon a Levianeer, and Levianeer is going to snipe a card out of the hand. So this is pretty rough. I believe this is also game here. It should be, because this is 8,400, and then this is another 16. Actually, does this have original attack? Its original attack is halved, and then it gains the 2 or the 500 from the Matrix. So it should be at 21 right now. So I think this is game, or maybe 22. I think I did my math wrong there. No, 21. It should be 21. So in either case, it's game. So we're going to be moving on into game number 2. Pretty one-sided there, honestly. he had a pretty good setup and just completely picked apart Ipon's board altogether. So yeah, Diania is going to be normal summoned here since it's the only Traptrix in his hand. Ideally, this is like a turn 2 or 3 play, but yeah, linking off into a copy of Sarah, and he's going to use this Shade Brigandine. And then he's going to use Sarah's effect to get Murmello. Murmello is going to be a mandatory trigger to pop the opponent's back row, however there's none to pop. And he's going to be setting a copy of Gravedigger's Trap Hole from the deck. He's going to overlay into a Time Thief Redoer and set 4 more back row and pass his turn. So in the end phase, Dragon Roar is going to be using the effect to go ahead and search for another copy of Dragon Roar. His hand seems kind of like okay here. I mean, obviously the Lightning Storm seems like fantastic, so we're going to see that come down here probably. In the standby phase, Reader is going to use the effect. He's going to attach a monster, which is White Dragon Riverbuster. That's a pretty bad hit for Maticus, just because he doesn't really have access into his Thunder Dragon, or his Chaos Dragon engine. But yeah, so Lightning Storm's coming down here. That's just going to get hit with the Solemn Judgment. I mean, completely, that just makes sense. Thunder Dragon's going to be using its own effect, sending another Thunder Dragon and adding a second one itself. And it looks like he has a Dark and 2 lights in his graveyard, so he's probably just going to go ahead and banish those into this copy of Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and he's going to use the effect, and then I assume that Redoer is being activated here because Ghost Darker is coming down, so it's going to go ahead and hit this Redoer. Chain resolves, it's going to pop, and then Chaos Dragon's going to pop 2 back row. And he's going to hit Gravedigger's Trap Hole and Traptrix. So 2 pretty rough hits, honestly. It doesn't target, so there was really not a good place for Ipone to chain anything there. He could have chained like Traptrix to set something, but then like Maticus could just pop whatever he sets. So realistically, like there's no reason to activate the Traptrix there unless if you're wanting to bait something. Or like save one of your other back rows, like if you value the Gravedigger's Trap Hole or the Ice Dragon's Prison more. But I think he was just ideally hoping that his opponent would just not hit the Traptrix, which would make sense. So yeah, Dragon Dark is going to be searching for another copy of Dragon Dark, I believe, or maybe it searched for Fusion. Sorry, I don't know if I saw there. But Levianeer is going to be attacking over for 22. I think it looks like something's going to be used here though. So. Oh, he can attack with Levianeer, so he does have to just kind of go into main phase 2 since he technically declared battle phase. So that makes sense. Thunder Dragon Fusion is going to be coming down here, fusing for a copy of Titan. And then he can go ahead and use Thunder Dragon. That's going to be changed with a copy of Ice Dragon's Prison, summoning the Thunder Dragon, banishing it, and the Titan. And yeah, so he's going to search for 2 copies of Thunder Dragon on resolution. So that's pretty nice. He does have a pretty big hand here. However, Sarah's on the field, which is pretty rough. I believe Sarah's going to be used here. At least it should. Yeah, Murmello is going to come down and a Gravedigger's Trap Hole as well. So, I mean, they both still have pretty good hands, I guess. I mean, Maticus's hand is pretty bricked, honestly, it seems like. But they still do have some plays here, especially because, like, this Thunder Dragon Fusion is in the graveyard, so he can obviously, like, work with it just by discarding this Dark to add it back during the next turn. So, it looks like he is just going to go ahead and tribute set a copy of Dragon Dark, which is actually pretty funny. So Murmello is going to be switched to attack mode here, and he's going to pass his turn. So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. You don't really want to attack when they tribute set because then it could trigger their effects to get free searches. So there's really no reason to attack his monsters at that point. So yeah, Dragon Dark is going to be flip summoned here, and that's going to get hit with a Floodgate Trap Hole. I'm not sure how much I agree with this, just because he knows he has Thunder Dragon, so if he really wants to trigger the Dark, he could just normal summon it, especially because, like, I believe he knew that there was 2 copies of Thunder Dragon in his hand, so I think I would have, like, waited for the normal summon on this in order to, or, like, you know, on the Fusion summon of Titan, maybe, to wait for this Floodgate Trap Hole, but, I guess it kind of does make a little bit of sense. You don't really want him to link off this Dragon Dark to get free searches. So Murmello is going to be a special tier, and then triggering it again to grab another copy of Floodgate Trap Hole. Thunder Dragon Fusion is going to be activated here to search for a copy of Chaos Creator, and then this Chaos Creator should be able to come down here just by banishing, I assume, like a Levianeer and this, what was the other card? White Dragon Wyverbuster. Then he can go ahead and basically return cards, so like return the Titan, the White Dragon, and bring back the Levianeer to the field, since Levianeer must first be special summoned from your hand, so after it gets special summoned properly, you can bring it back all you want. And then he has 2 level 8s, so I assume, he's going to tribute summon for Dark. and then the copy of Gravedigger's Trap Hole is going to negate the effect. And yeah, that's pretty rough. He's going to take 2,000 damage here. Thunder Dragon Hawk is going to be used here to special summon one back from the Grave or Banish Zone. He's going to bring back another copy of Dark. It looks like he's just going to swing into stuff, and I believe this might be game here. So he's going to attack for 15, attack for 14, attack for 16, and then directly for 16, which is game. So yeah, he just can put a lot of damage on board pretty quickly. Unfortunately for Iapone, he couldn't really play around it very well. I think that the Floodgate Trap Hole should have been saved for like the Chaos Creator. Obviously he didn't really see that coming, but Chaos Creator doesn't have a like on summon effect. So if you like Floodgate Trap Hole it, then he can't use the effect to bring back the Levianeer. And I think he definitely could have survived another turn with that, but unfortunately that's going to do it for this this final match. But it was a lot of fun. This tournament was crazy. Maticus just absolutely dominated with Thunder Dragons. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the 5th non-demanded tournament. This is the Discord. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button, but come and join it. In fact, I misclicked it, but you know what? It was all part of the plan, right? Something like that. We're going to start the non-demanded tournament number 5 very soon. In fact, I believe it's already started by the time this video comes out. So hope you guys are in that. And if you're not, go ahead and join the Discord and stay tuned for the 6th tournament. Should be coming pretty soon as well.